Okay, here we are on day 4. If you are still with us, if you're tuning in, you're still with us, I just want to say well done. It's not easy to, necessarily stay the course of a 5-day challenge. So well done. And what I want you to do is post in the comments box below and tell me what is the biggest thing that you're noticing from this 5 days. Well, we're on day 4. So I just want to see what you're noticing. So if you're watching, comment in the box below and tell me what is the biggest thing that you're enjoying the most, or that you're noticing, or of the 3 daily habits, which one are you enjoying? Yeah, so share that with me. So I just wanted to share this with you. Last night I did the reflection post. You know that if you post or comment on that and then share 3 other people's posts, you go in the draw to win a tea towel and a wooden spoon. So last night's reflection post asked the question, if you see eating well as a form of self-respect. Like for me, it is utmost self-respect. Like I'm just fully respecting myself. And so there were some really awesome comments. I wanted to just highlight 2. Sarah said, I totally agree with the statement. And when I don't respect my body and eat things I shouldn't, I certainly pay for it. Being organized is absolute key to success. Love having lunch ideas, an amazing group to share this journey with, which is really, really awesome. And I think that a lot of women don't realize that the way that they feel isn't necessarily the way they have to feel all the time. They can just change a little bit of the way that you're eating, and it can be quite different, but it just takes that insight and that inspiration, the instigation to do it. And Wendy said, this group has made me think about what food my body actually likes. I love that insight. Enjoying the week of focus, as Lisa said. So Lisa had commented on another post as well. So really lovely, amazing insights. If you are watching, tell me, what are you enjoying the most about the reboot so far? What are you noticing? Okay, just a reminder, tonight at 7:30, I'm sharing my story, because the reason why I share my story, it's quite a personal share. I feel it's really important for you to know where I've come from. And I'm all about keeping it real and honest and open. So that's what I'm doing tonight, 7:30. And tune in if weight loss is your goal, because I think you'll find some interesting, thought-provoking ideas to think about. So that's at 7:30. I'll just pop up in this group just like this. Okay, so let's get on to today's content, where we're talking about how to do healthy eating on a budget, because prices have skyrocketed. They've gone through the roof, and unfortunately it makes it even a little bit trickier. But I feel that I do this really well. I do not like to spend a lot of money on my food bill, and I'm always looking at ways that I can keep my food costs down. Okay, so this is what I'll share with you. Just comment, tell me what resonates with you the most as I share, and what you're going to implement. Obviously, don't do them all, because it's going to be too much, but just pick 1 or 2 that resonate with you and give it a go. Okay, so if you're someone who goes to the supermarket or your local Foursquare every couple of days, go once a week, right? Never do, well, unless you're really, really disciplined, never do we go into the supermarket and buy just those 2 things. I probably do, because I'm quite anal, and buy those 2 things that we've just popped in for, right? So if you're someone who pops in like 3 or 4 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, I want you to just give it a go and try and just shop once a week. If you're someone who shops once a week, try shopping fortnightly, which is what I do. I go to Pack and Save every fortnight, and I do quite a big shop. I probably spend around $4.50 now, but and I just make it last, which is one of my other tips. So I do a weekly fruit and veggie shop. I go to my local markets, which is way cheaper It's I'm supporting local, and the produce is cheap, is fresher. So I get like, I spend probably $50 or $60 there a week, and I get so much money, so much bang for my buck. I know that that's not always possible, so find a good local fruit and veggie shop, or look into getting online stuff delivered. Food. I get my meat delivered online in Auckland, and it's all like free range, beautiful, and it just comes to my door, and it's so much cheaper and nicer than buying at the supermarket. Okay, create a meal plan. I know it's annoying, but if you meal plan, so many people have commented this week and said meal planning, that is absolutely what the key to success is. And it really, really is the key to success in being organized and keeping your costs down. So meal plan, know exactly what you're buying, go create your shopping list, go to the supermarket, get it delivered, and only buy what you need. And then you're not having produce and ingredients going off because you've bought them but you didn't know what you were buying them for. Okay, so that's and the other thing is, don't shop when don't take your kids to the supermarket. My bill is always well through the roof when I because I'm like, they're like, can I have this, and I'm like, okay, right. I don't mind what people try and tell me that Pack and Save isn't cheaper. Hands down, 100% Pack and Save is cheaper. There might be some loss leader items in Countdown and New World, but overall, your shop is going to be cheaper at Pack and Save. So if you've got one near, swallow your pride and shop there. I'm like, I don't enjoy it so much, but it is it is cheaper. Don't buy the generic brands. You don't need to buy the the quality, the organic. If you are on a budget, you're on a budget. If you're trying to reduce your food costs, then try and find different ways that you can do it. And this is one way. Like, I just buy value range chopped tomatoes, and that is just a way. And then when when they're in season in the garden, I'll be, freezing them, blanching them, and getting them into the freezer. Make your own lunches. Yesterday we had a session on lunches, and there were so many great ideas or appreciation of what ideas that you can do. So just go that extra mile and make your own lunches. Even if you buy 3 or 4 a week, just try and get it down to 1 or 2 and make your own lunches. And that can just be a matter of having leftovers or thinking ahead. Someone messaged me and said that they did some planning and they multitasked and while they were cooking. Gold. Never thought of it before. So it's really simple stuff. It just needs a little bit of implementation. Introduce more vegetarian meals into your meal planning. This is a key one to get food costs down. You can look at different forms of protein, vegetarian forms of protein. So like tofu, beans and lentils are really, really good for bulking things up. You've got, what else have I got down here? Tempeh, edamame beans, eggs are great, jackfruit, banana blossom. Have any of you tried cooking with those type of ingredients? They come in a can. They're like $3. Tofu's like $3. Such a great form of protein. Jackfruit and banana blossom aren't a great form of protein, but they mimic a meat flavor and texture, and then you just add other protein sources in. And bulk up with loads of veggies, just like grated carrot, chopped up. Like last night in my Thermomix, I did because my daughter's not a great vegetable eater, so I did a puree of daikon radish. I did cauliflower, zucchini, because I had one, and mushrooms and carrot, and I just blitzed them all up, and then I put it into, we were having quesadillas, and I put it all into that. No idea that it's in there. And the great thing with the Thermomix is that you don't have to cook it first, so you're preserving all the nutritional value. If you need to grate up, blitz, just do what you can to get it in there. Shop seasonally, like the other day they did have zucchinis on special, and so that's when I did buy one. Otherwise, I am only buying what's at the market. I'm not buying cucumbers at $4 a cucumber. I'm not buying tomatoes because they've got no flavor and they're expensive. So we eat a lot of cabbage and like broccoli and cauliflower because those are your better bang for your buck. So I'm just totally about seasonal. When all those other seasonal ingredients come in to the markets and at that season, that's when I'll buy them, but not when they're astronomically priced. Now I'm not there yet. Limit your takeaways to once a week, once a month. You will save so much. And just, if you're more planned, you're more organized, therefore you don't need to have those takeaways. And they're so much better for nutritionally if you're making everything from home anyway. Now, you're not going to be happy with me with this one, but reduce your wine and caffeine intake. Hopefully, by having the lemon and water first thing in the morning, that has reduced your coffee cravings. And so you're actually having less, therefore you might be buying less. And we've talked about alcohol not being ideal in terms of making healthy food choices, in terms of our sleep. I'm going to go through into that more tonight in the menopause and middle age that I'm doing for the VIP people. But that's it's an obvious no-brainer way of where you can save money. Now, I just wanted to put in here, it had to come about a Thermomix. So if you are wondering about a Thermomix and how it can make things so much easier for you, and because the average family saves between $30 to $80 a week by having a Thermomix, and there's a payment plan. So the savings that you get from having it because you're creating everything from scratch, and I'm pointing at it because that's it behind there if you're not familiar with what a Thermomix is, then it might be something that you want to look at. Let me know if you want me to do a group online demo. I'm really, really happy to do that. I could do it one lunchtime next week just to show you what it does. No obligation, no strings attached, just to, be introduced to, because it can absolutely, it is an investment, but what it will save you in the long run is huge. Okay, so those are my tips. So hopefully you know that the Wicked Healthy Tribe, I mentioned it yesterday, my online health and wellbeing membership the doors are currently open. I set up the tribe because I wanted to be a one-stop shop for all your health and well-being needs. I know that so many women get overwhelmed by going online and just, there's just too much confliction out there, didn't know how to make the choices, recipes even. Where there was so much confusion out there. So that's why I set up the tribe. It was a place where I could house all my recipes because I'm so passionate about healthy eating. So there's over 500 recipes in there. And that, following on from what we've been talking about all this week is that it's all your needs in there to be making the choices on what you can do to move forward. So what I wanted to tell you, it's not only about recipes. The other thing that, there's so much value in there. There's a community, there's the group medicine that we've been talking about. But the other thing that we do is healthy habit challenges. So each month we're having a healthy habit challenge. Funnily enough, this month we're working on reducing our food costs in the kitchen. When you guys come into the tribe, for the rest of the month, we're going to look at just those daily habits, keeping those daily habits going. Next month, we're going to be looking at ways that we can get more veggies into our diet. Because I feel that is the next step that you can move on to for getting nutritional value, but in a really, really simple and easy way. So that's our focus for September. In October, we're doing a squat challenge, and you get a bingo chart to tick off your squats, and it's just easy. In November, we're doing a healthy mindset bingo challenge again, where you're ticking off each month. There's prizes. So what it does is it instigates you to take action rather than you coming up with it yourself. So I just wanted to tell you what was coming up to actually support your what you've done in this 5 days, because I appreciate it's intensive. The tribe is nowhere near as intensive. It's more at a slower pace, but it's the support that you need for the next step. Now, Robin asked, are you going to create Thermomix recipes? So yes, for my customers, my Thermomix customers, I've got everyone in a group, right, in a Facebook Messenger group, and everyone's sharing what they're making, but they also get access to a separate app from the tribe, because not everyone in the tribe has got a Thermomix, of my recipes that I'm converting to Thermomix recipes, because there's so many that I actually want on the machine, right? And any recipes that I make from the Thermomix that I've tweaked, so I put those in there as well. It's quite a process to convert those, so that is, it's just something that I'll be adding to over time. Okay, so what else did I want to share with you? Oh, the other thing that I do with the Healthy Habit Challenges, each week I do an audio bite. And what that is, it's just me talking into my camera, into my phone, and giving you tips on how to get the most out of that challenge for that week, and how I can just develop and extend you more. And so that's just something new that I've started, and the girls are really, really loving it. We also have guest expert speakers, but actually I might talk about that tomorrow, because this is actually getting quite long today. Okay, so the cost of the tribe is about the cost of $1.50 cups of coffee a week. Seriously, it is, and there's 3 different ways that you can join. You can join for 6 months, you can join for a year, or you can join for a year on a 12-month payment plan. So just remember that you get a $65, if you join annually, you get a copy of my cookbook and a something to crow about health pack with cereal, nuts, and seed toppers, and 2 apple and chia, these are snack balls from Tom and Luke. And then I've just added in the first 10 people that join, and a couple of spots have already gone, will go in the draw to win a double shot Nutrient Rescue starter pack. So that's worth $95. So not only will you get the gift pack in my book, but you'll go in the draw to win that as well. Okay. I'll answer questions below, offline, because then it keeps this shorter. So I haven't even told you how you can join. wickedwellbeing.com/WHT. I'll put the link in the comments box below. But otherwise, sing out if you've got any questions. I'll see you tonight, where I'm sharing my story at 7:30. And then tomorrow we're on our final day, and we are talking about, what are we talking about tomorrow? Sustaining snacks, which is really important. I'll talk about, what food groups all go together and give you some ideas, and how to do this for the long term. Okay, thanks so much for joining me, and let me know if you are interested in a Thermomix demo. We can look at something next week. Okay, see you later. Bye.